We're finally getting some Batwoman in this Batwoman series. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to Comic Book Nostalgia. I'm CB Nostalgia, and this is our recap of the third episode of the first season of Batwoman entitled Down, Down, Down. But before we get started, make sure you get in on our first giveaway. We're giving away a Blu-ray copy of Spider-Man Far From Home. The only thing you need to get in on the contest is be subscribed to this channel, hit like, and leave a comment. Well, this episode started us in a dream. Not a great dream, but a nightmare. We opened this episode with Alice having a bad dream when she was a kid, and walking around this really creepy basement finding a sink with someone's face floating in it. This is clear that Beth Kane, aka Alice, has more than a few little issues going on. Now, we don't get a lot else from the dream, but this episode really is built around the complicated nature of Kate and Alice's relationship. When the episode opens, Kate is all but sworn off being the Batman. It's been 10 days since Gotham saw the Caped Crusader, and Kate simply doesn't want to deal with the pressure. She honestly feels like she gave the city some false hope, and now she's backing away from that responsibility. However, she's still trying to save her sister, or what's left of her, and she manages to negotiate a truce with Alice. No killing for 24 hours, and she can have her boyfriend back. I mean, just 24 hours, Kate? What kind of deal is that? Batman would never give that deal. Anyway, we're introduced to a new character this week in Tommy Elliott, played by Gabriel Mann. Now, like in the comics, he's Bruce's best friend from growing up, but he also has a weird fixation on outdoing Bruce at every corner. He absolutely delights in having the one building in Gotham that's actually taller than Wayne Towers, and very excited to leave an invitation for Bruce to attend a party at his penthouse. During this exchange, Kate doesn't quite understand why Tommy is so sure Bruce is back in Gotham, despite him all but saying that he knows he's Batman. Although Kate doesn't have all the pieces, it's clear someone's going after Batman. There's a break-in at Wayne Tech, and someone stole a railgun. If you don't know what that is, it's an electromagnetic pulse gun that shoots bullets, just really fast. This weapon was designed by Bruce and is the only one known to pierce the Batsuit. In downtown Gotham, an effigy of the Batman is put on display. Someone is coming for Batman, and that someone had to have known Bruce Wayne was Batman in order for them to steal the gun, making the list of who it could be pretty short. Now, as Kate starts to put the pieces together, suspecting Tommy of stealing the gun, she can't understand why he would want to kill his best friend. This brings us to Tommy's party, where Kate shares a very awkward elevator ride with Mary and Sophie, which during this episode, Sophie was actually assigned as Mary's new bodyguard. Now, during this party to celebrate Tommy's new building, Alice actually reaches out to Jacob and threatens him. During the call, he figures out she's actually in his house, but still refuses to believe it's Beth. No matter how many times she tells him, he thinks it's just mind games. After planting a little bit of bait in Tommy's mind by telling him that the gun had a tracking device on it, she actually comes into Tommy's office and confronts him and sees the gun and tries to take it. But he's not having any of it. He goes on a rant about how Batman saved his mother and cost him all of his inheritance for nearly 2 decades. And now it's time for some revenge. But he knows it's Bruce, but he doesn't want to hurt Bruce. He wants to kill Batman, because Batman is the one that did this to him. So he hacks the elevators, and as people are leaving the party, he traps them in there and uses them as hostages. He tells Kate Batman better show up or they all die. At this point, Kate heads back to the Batcave and gets Luke to change the suit. She can't be Batman. She has to be better, as she says, and she has to be honest with Gotham. That's something Batman would approve of. She gets her suit, complete with a red wig. She heads back to the party to take out Tommy and stop the elevators from falling. Now, the climax of the episode sees Kate face off with Tommy. And although she has an ace card up her sleeve, a little bit of inexperience, you gotta remember to charge your toys, by the way, causes her to have to improvise. The battle with Tommy goes pretty decisively, and Tommy, doing what the bad guys do, decides to use his elevator drop, forcing Kate to make that classic hero decision. Do you save the people or catch the villain? And Kate does what heroes do. She saves the people. And at the moment it looks like Tommy is actually going to do Kate in, Alice appears and knocks Tommy unconscious. Now, to jump back a little bit, she was there to save Kate because of what she found in their house. She found the map, the search map that Kate kept for all those years trying to find her sister. And it may have started to crack that wall that she thought everybody forgot her. It was a pretty interesting part of the episode, I thought. Now, a lot of the other characters had some shining moments, and I don't want to dig too deep into them. I think her sister Mary and her development is fairly interesting, although a little forced. She could very well be a very gifted second-year med student, but the scene overall just kind of shows once again that Mary is one of those people with a great heart, and I think that's what they're trying to get across with the character. That's pretty much all we have for this recap. Hopefully you'll tune back in next week and catch the next one. If you have friends that haven't watched the show, make sure you share the spoiler-free reviews with them. That's the best way to find out without having the show ruined. Tell me what you think in the comments below. If you like this video, make sure you press like, click subscribe, and if you don't ring that bell, you won't get any updates. Peace.